What is going on, guys? It's Eagleman here, and welcome back to another flea market finds video. Earlier today I visited Jamie's flea market, and I made a video in the past of when I visited Jamie's flea market and got a few cards. Today I picked up some more higher end cards and I had a good time. I met with a bunch of vendors. I didn't get any footage of me buying cards or looking at some of the collections that they had out. I did get one clip of one of the vendors that I bought from. He had a bunch of vintage stuff that I ended up buying some stuff from. So really cool stuff. I'm going to show you guys what I pulled today. So here's the first lot of cards. I have 3 lots of cards that I ended up purchasing. So here's the first one I got. This guy, this seller, didn't really know what he was selling, to be honest with you. Like, I showed him one card. It was this Jazz Chisholm card, and I pulled it out. I'm like, hey, how much are you offering for this card? And he had no idea. He's like, I have no idea. So I compiled a bunch of cards, and he gave me a couple bucks for this lot. I can't really remember the exact price, but nothing crazy. This is just a regular foil card from 2021. A couple Jazz Chisholm rookies. I feel like he's going to be a great player in the future. Here's an Al Rosen. So I collect vintage Indians cards for my PC, so that's going in the PC. Here's one of those commemorative patches. This is of Stan Musial, Stan the Man. I thought these were really cool. I enjoy these like as inserts, so add that one to the collection. Here's a couple X Factors from 2018 Chrome. Again, there's just parallels, nothing crazy. There was a Trey Turner, Matt Carpenter, Ryan Braun, Noah Syndergaard, so some bigger names, but nothing too crazy. Here's a Bob Lemon. Upper Deck vintage reprint, so this will go in the PC. Here's an authentic vintage card. So I like to buy the vintage commons. I'm really true to my theory that vintage base cards are gonna go drastically up in the near future, just because vintage cards, they're really hard to find nowadays, and they're obviously not making them anymore, and they're pretty tough to find in good condition. So I am buying up as many vintage cards as I can. Here's a Franmil Reyes rookie card from Topps Gallery. This is a parallel. It's like the wood border parallel. Of course, Franmil Reyes plays for the Cleveland Indians now, and he's just a tank. I love Franmil, so he's awesome. Here's a heritage card, just a random Cleveland Indians heritage card. Here's a couple Indians PC cards. The Indians greats here: Addie Jaw, Snap Lajoie, and Joe Jackson, some of the best Indians players to ever play. Those will go on the PC as well. Again, more vintage, as it happens to be vintage Indians. Here's a couple of these Topps HD. What year? This is from 1999. Yeah, 1999 Topps HD. This is a really cool set. It had like cool, it's just like a thicker cardstock. It was just a different type of card. It was just really cool. So I picked some up of Randy Johnson and Kenny Lofton, 2 of my favorite players. So that one's really cool. Here's some more vintage stuff of Reggie Jackson. I found some gold cards. You guys know I absolutely love gold cards. It's my favorite parallel of all time. So I found a couple golds I had to buy. Here's a Jim Thome UD3. Thought this card looked really cool, as well as this Topps Gallery portrait of Kenny Lofton. This is another PC card, 1972 Topps Indians team card. Pretty cool. It's in rough shape, but it's definitely a PC card. Here's another vintage Indians. This is from 1960, I think. I can't quite remember. I'm not good with the vintage date just yet, but that's definitely an old card, so that's going to the PC. Speaking of PC, here's my main PC guy right here, Bob Feller. He's the man, so that's a new PC card for myself. Jim Thome there. A couple more vintage cards here. There's Boog Powell, Oscar Gamble, Buddy Bell. And then we got a 1973 Nolan Ryan, Walter Johnson. So that one is another vintage. A couple more gold cards for ourselves, and then how about this one? Switching things up. This is quite the find for me. I never buy basketball cards. I have never collected basketball in my entire life. I had a short stint collecting football cards, short stint collecting Pokemon, but those days are long gone. And this is the first basketball card I have ever purchased. It was a LeBron James 2006 NBA Reflections. I mean, I threw it in with the rest of the lot, so it was pretty cheap. I don't think this card sells for a lot, but I mean, it is LeBron James, so I can't imagine that card would go down in value in the near future. Now I'm going to pull out the next lot of cards, and this was where the footage came from, and this is where I think the bulk of the success of my buying went. I did drop a little bit of money on this stack of cards. I think I dropped it was 20 bucks for this lot of cards, so you guys can let me know how I did. So all this entire lot was just all vintage cards, and nothing crazy. It's just regular common vintage cards. You can see the years here, a couple 65s. I think these are 61 tops. I might be wrong, but like, that's just so cool. Like, these are really old cards. I think this is a 1950s card. So just some cool stuff, obviously in rough condition, but these are all super cool to me. And so I know vintage stuff, I'm gonna put my actions where my words are, is how the saying goes, I guess, and actually buy a bunch of vintage, because I really truly believe that it's gonna shoot up in the near future. But that guy had some really cool cards. I ended up buying this Robin Yount rookie card. This has been run over by a truck and it's just been absolutely destroyed. But this card in particular, I have been trying to buy for the longest time, and so this was fairly cheap. And my philosophy with vintage is that I don't really care what the condition is. It's vintage. It's been around for twice my age and probably more. And it's just, I understand. I don't really care about the condition of vintage. It's cool to have it in great condition, but I just don't really care that much to me. So this is a cool Robin Yount rookie card for myself. I'm pretty happy with that one. And I have one more stack of cards to flip through real quick. If you guys remember from my last flea market video, I found a Cleveland Indians 10-cent baseball card box, and I picked out like 70 cards for myself. Well, this is from the exact same box, from the same vendor, just had some new cards that he restocked in there. So I quickly flipped through it, picked about 20 or so of these cards, so about $2 for this whole lot. Nothing crazy in here, just some regular Cleveland Indians cards. There's a Jim Thome, got a couple more Thomes in here as well. So just a couple archives, Allen and Ginter, Heritage, there's a Prestige, there's an 81 Topps Burt Blyleven, he's a Hall of Famer. A couple more Heritage cards. Again, these are all 10 cents. The stickers on there, I didn't actually pay that sticker price. These are all 10 cents. There's Len Barker, Andre Thornton, Mike Hargrove. So just a couple cool names. Here's Omar Vizquel, Yu Chang. There's a Herb Scorch. That one is going in the PC, Vintage Indians. Bradley Zimmer rookie, and then a Jake Bauer rookies from Stadium Club. So pretty cool stuff. Again, nothing super crazy that we were coming across besides that Robin Yount and the LeBron James. I think these are probably the two coolest cards from there. I purchased my first basketball card ever, which is pretty unheard of, but certainly had a lot of fun. And I always recommend that you just go to a flea market or to a card shop, even if you're not intending to buy cards. Just go and look around, have some fun, flip through cards, talk to some people. I probably spent a good hour today just talking with people, sharing stories, listening to some cool stories from their end. So it was a lot of fun, and I ended up buying some cards in the process that I thought were at decent deals, and it was just always a great time. It's great to see the hobby alive and well. But that's going to do it for today's flea market finds video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please like and subscribe for more of these videos to come, and I will see you guys next time.